Hello friends, today we'll discuss MCQs on plastic molding process in which we'll cover the topic that is the injection molding, compression molding, blow molding, transfer molding, extrusion process, vacuum forming and the calendaring process. So let's begin with the first question. Which of the following cooling system is used in the injection molding process to increase the solidification rate of components made? In this case, I have shown the diagram of injection molding process, and in injection molding, water cooling system is used. The cooling system is made by including some passage in the mold walls that are usually connected to an external pump. Cool water is circulated through the passage to extract the heat from the hot polymers or plastic components made in the injection molding process. So this cooling system increases the solidification rate, which basically reduces the production time. And that's why you can see that the, the answer for this question is B, is a water cooling system. You can see here, I shown in the diagram, this is water cooling system. Here also, this is the blue color dot indicates the water cooling system. Next question, which of the following molding process is widely used for the manufacturing of plastic bottles? So actually we can know that when if you want to produce the bottles, we are always using a blow molding. In blow molding process, a heated tube of a plastic material is situated between the two holes of mold. Then the mold is closed and air is blown at a pressure of 200 to 400 bar, which helps in expanding of tube outward to occupy the mold cavity. And after that, the part cools down to get the hardened, and then the part is ejected from the mold to get the desired product, that is a bottle. So here the next same question will be asked in this way also. The bottles from the thermoplastic materials are made by. So again the answer will be a D, blow molding. Next question, which of the following process of molding is widely used for manufacturing of bottle caps and automotive dashboard? So here in the injection molding is a manufacturing process which uses the thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic materials to make a product like bottle caps and automotive dashboard. So in this process, the material is fed into a barrel of high temperature. Then by mixing, it is forced into the mold cavity where it's solidified and gets hardened. So it means that in this case, bottle caps and automotive dashboards are made through the injection molding. Next question, which of the following is an example of thermoplastic material? Now here our answer is again electric insulation. I shown some few diagrams here. Okay, means electric insulation is an example of thermoplastic material in which electric wires may be insulated with a polyethylene. Even the PVC tapes are widely used to insulate the electric wires. And for a high voltage, the polymer insulators are used. Means the polythene, PVC, polymers, all these are the examples of the thermoplastic materials. Okay, so that's why in this case your answer is D, electrical insulation, and mostly the camera bodies or automobile parts or electric plugs, they are made up of thermosetting materials. Next question: the process of producing thin sheet by quenching a thermoplastic material between the revolving cylinder is known as. We know that the calendering is a process of using a plastic melt between the two rollers, okay, or a more counters rotating cylinders or the rolls to form a continuous film or a sheet. I have shown the here process. You can see here the material is converted ultimately to the thin sheets just by revolving between the two cylinders, and that's why you can say that our answer is D, calendering. Thermosetting materials are, now these plastics are either originally soft or liquid, or they soften once upon heating and they harden permanently. So in this case, if you see in these options, the option B will be the answer, because thermosetting materials are the plastic which required heat and pressure to mold them into shapes. Next question: the long plastic rod and tubes are produced by. I've shown the extrusion machine here. So extrusion molding is just similar to the injection molding, except that a long continuous shape is produced in the extrusion molding. A motor turns a screw which feeds granules of a plastic through a heater, which is forced through the die, forming a long plastic rods and tubes. So, and then according to the length, we can cut the rod or the tubes by the some shearing options are there, or cutter is placed there. And that's why our answer is the long plastic rods and tubes are produced by extrusion process. Next question: the plastic which soften when heat is applied with or without pressure but requires cooling to set them to a shape are called. So you know that the definition of the basically in the thermoplastic material. Here I have just shown through the diagram, the material is first heated, then with or without pressure has been applied, and then we are going for the cooling to set them to a proper shape, and that is called as ultimately the thermoplastic materials. So that's why our option is C here. Next question: which of the following is not an application of a molding process? I've shown here some diagrams. This is a toy bodies, then the bottles, and also the pipes. All these are made using the blow molding process. Only the refrigerator liners, or I can say the door liners, is not an application of blow molding process. So refrigerator liners are made generally by using a thermoforming process. So that's why in this case our answer is the refrigerator liners, because refrigerator liners is not an application of blow molding process. Next question: which of the following material is not made by injection molding? Nuts, then the electrical fittings, then the car handles are made by the injection molding, but tubes, or I can say the rods, are made by the generally the extrusion process. And that's why in from the above options, I can say that the tubes are not made by the injection molding. Next question. The process of producing plastic component is molds without the application of a pressure is known as. Here in the injection molding, you know that the pressure is applied with the help of this ramp. Okay, when we are closing the dies. Then if you see the next is the laminating. In lamination, again the pressure is applied with the help of this roller. And even in the calendering, the material is squeezed between the two hot rollers, right? Now, by means again the pressure has been applied by the rolls. But in the casting process, the molten metal is flow in a cavity without a pressure, and that's why our answer in this case is D, casting. Next question. Identifying the product that cannot be made by compression molding. Here I shown that the automotive panels, even the washing machines and the gaskets, all these are made by the compression molding process, because these all are the simple shapes. Okay, but if you see the bottles, okay, so bottles are generally made by the blow molding, and that's why in this case our answer is that the bottles are not made by the mold, by the compression molding process, and your answer is C, bottle. Next question. Which of the following is incorrect regarding compression molding? So it is very simple and easy to manufacture the, I can see the manufacture the shapes. Okay, even there will be a no wastage in the compression molding. Okay. And the dimensional accuracy which we are seeing from this diagram, we are getting highly good surfaces as well as the or we can achieve the accuracy. Okay, and but the intricate shapes if you want to make is not possible in the compression molding, and that's why our answer is that the compression molding, okay, in the compression molding the integrate shapes are not possible. Okay, and that's why our answer is D, and which is a incorrect statement for the compression molding. Next question. How many zones are available in injection molding process? Here actually there are three zones. Okay, you can say the solid conveying zone, then the melting zone, and the metering zone. Okay, now in the solid conveying zone, this zone feeds the resin into the extruder, and the channel depth is usually the same throughout the zone. And in the melting zone, which is also called as a transition or a compression zone, so most of the polymer is melted in this section. And the third zone which we are looking here is the metering zone, which is also called the melt conveying zone. So this zone melt the last particle and mix to a uniform temperature and compositions, and that's why our answer in this case is the 3, because there are 3 zones available in the injection molding process. Next question. During transfer molding, plastic material is transferred into a chamber called. So in transfer molding, the plastic material is preheated and loaded into a holding chamber which is called as a pot. Okay, and the material is then forced, or I can say the transferred into the preheated mold cavity. You can see in this diagram. Okay, in the so with that preheated mold cavity. Next question. During transfer molding, plastic material is transferred into the chamber called. In transfer molding, the plastic material is preheated and loaded in a whole chambers called as a pot. The material is then forced, or I can say transferred, into the preheated mold cavity by hydraulic plunger through a channel called as a sprue. The mold remain closed until the material inside get cured to get a desired product. So that's why in this case, our answer is the mold cavity. It means that during transfer molding, plastic material is transferred into the chamber called as a molding or mold cavity. Next question. Which type of plastic can be recycled? It's a very simple answer. Actually, the plastic that are thermoplastics can be recycled once get melted. So the answer is A. Then next question. Vacuum forming is a process of dash plastic. Vacuum forming is I can say the simplified version of a thermoforming, where a sheet of plastic is heated to a forming temperature, stretching onto a single surface mold and force again the mold by a vacuum. Okay, so you can see all these things. It means that in the vacuum forming is a process of heating, okay, then stretching as well as then vacuuming to get the desired shape of the mold, and that's why our answer is A. Next question. What is the maximum thickness that can be allowed for a plastic sheet in a vacuum forming process? Now, in the vacuum forming process is one of the again important process that are employed in the thermoforming process. The maximum thickness of the plastic sheet has to be noted as a clamp is to be fitted around the plastic sheet, and the maximum thickness of this plastic sheet is 3.2 mm. What is the minimum thickness required by the plastic for a vacuum forming? So vacuum forming is one of the classification of a thermoforming process. So around its circumference, a clamp is attached, or we need to know the minimum thickness. The minimum thickness that can be allowed for this operation is 0.125 mm. Next question. Which method to the highest production rate of producing plastic parts at a low cost? So in injection molding, I can say in a particular can usually provide a near net shape part at faster than almost any other manufacturing process. Okay, and the per part processing cost is very low among the compression molding or a transfer molding or a calendering. So that's why in this case our answer is injection molding. Means in the injection molding, the highest production rate of producing a plastic part at a low cost. And last question, choose the thermosetting plastic from the following. Now, in this case, I shown an example of a bottle which is made up of polyethylene. Okay, So polyethylene is a thermoplastic. By means of we can produce the bottles, or even you can produce the buckets, sheets of that water tank, okay, and many more. Then the next example I shown that this is actually the polyvinyl chloride, which is called as a PVC. So it is also thermoplastic. By means we can produce the PVC pipe or sanitary fittings, shower curtains, even the window frames, even the roof sheets, etc. So that is all about the polyvinyl chloride. And next is the acrylic. So acrylic is a transparent thermoplastic. By means we can produce the aircraft window. This is I shown the aircraft window here. Okay, or a science board, skylights, or a medical component, etc. So all these three which I have shown here is the actually the example of a thermoplastic. But here the melamine formaldehyde, I shown the various product here. Okay, basically I shown the just like a dinner set component, and like a, I can say the uh, dishes, okay, even the spoon there, even the cups also, okay, all these type of products we can made by using a melamine formaldehyde, and that melamine formaldehyde is the example of thermosetting plastics, and that's why our answer is A. Thank you, friends.